Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aitza. I talk about personal finance, being Black in Spain, books, hair, travel, a whole bunch of other stuff that I normally forget. And if you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back and listening to me ramble. Today, we're going to be talking about credit cards and why I think everyone should have a credit card and how to use them responsibly. So let's get started. So, first, I just want to say, I feel like I look my age today. Tell me if I look my age. Yeah, I feel like I look my age. So, I just feel very grown up today. But, yeah, so today we're going to be talking about credit cards. And I do not follow the David Ramsey, no credit, none of that blah, blah, blah mess. I think that everyone should have a credit card for numerous reasons. But if you have one, then you should be using it responsibly. And you should know how to use it responsibly. So I just want to dive into that. One of the reasons I think that people should have a credit card in general is that it can save you money. And I know that sounds crazy because you hear all these horror stories about people getting credit cards and raking up debt and all these fees and blah, blah, blah. But that's because they aren't using it responsibly and no one told them how to use it responsibly. But there's a lot of things where a credit card can save you money. For instance, like renting a hotel room or renting a car. They'll typically like charge you more money to put a hold on your debit card, or they won't rent to you at all if you don't have a credit card. So that saves you money because let's say like the cost of the rental is $50-something, but they put a $300, $400 hold on your bank account because you don't have a credit card. That could be money you already have planned for, something like that. If you have a credit card, you don't even have to worry about that. They just charge you and that's it. Same thing with the hotel, like the same thing there. But it also saves you money because a lot of times credit cards will have cashback offers. So if you are grocery shopping or you're clothing shopping or whatever, depending on your card issuer, it could be like 3% back on gas, 1% back on all your other purchases. And if you use your card the way I do, which is I use like everything but rent. That was a very aggressive car. Everything but rent goes on the credit card and I pay it off. That way I'm getting my cash back. So whether it's my phone bill, like utilities, internet, skincare, beauty stuff, plane tickets, train tickets, going out to dinner, I put that all on the credit card. Why? Because it's giving me cash back, or with other cards it's giving me points. And it may not seem like a lot, but pennies add up. Pennies add up to dollars. Dollars add up to buy you other things like clothes or skincare or books or tea or whatever your fancy is, or you can invest it, whatever it is. But that's cash you wouldn't be getting back if we were just using your debit card. And it's also an extra layer of protection as well, because a lot of times these cards will have fraud protection, purchase buyer protection. So if you bought an item and the warranty has run out, sometimes they'll extend that warranty. One of my credit cards I pay my phone bill with, they have a warranty on the phone. So if I were to lose or steal the phone, I have to pay a deductible, but still I can get it back. Granted, I do have Apple Care, but that's just another layer of protection. We want extra layers of protection. One of my travel cards has a travel insurance and travel protection built in. So it's saving you money, guys. Like things that you wouldn't have to worry about, special assistances. And that's something to think about. Because if, let's say, you're spending, I don't know, like a $200 purchase. Wouldn't you rather get 1% of that $200 back than nothing at all, or 3% or 5% depending on your card? Like, it adds up. It just does. And so when you think about how much money you're leaving on the table by not using a credit card, it doesn't make sense. And one of the things that some of my friends and I hear on the internet all the time is, oh, but late fees and interest or whatever, just pay it. So what I do is like all of my bills are kind of like in the same date. So I let them all come in, pay on the card, and I make one big lump sum payment. and I just transfer it over. Like some cards, they'll limit you. Like let's say you're like my Wells Fargo card. I closed my Wells Fargo bank account, but I still kept my credit card, and I was paying like each time I pay like $15 here, $30 there, $80 there. And it finally was like, you've had too many out of bank payments. You can't pay anymore. You have to call over the phone, but I know calling over the phone is an extra fee. So what I started doing after that was looking at the dates of like when my subscriptions hit for title and my insurance for my iPad and all that stuff. And they're all about 3 or 4 days apart, like the 12th to the 18th or something like that. So I let that last day come, add it all up, and then pay it. And then boom, balance back to 0. And I still get my cash back, or I still get my points. And you see, just like that, I've earned money. Just by paying bills, by doing groceries, by everyday things. You don't have to make these grand big purchases with credit cards. And I really wouldn't recommend that. Like, for example, if you know that you can't pay for something, like it's not a need, I wouldn't say put it on a credit card. Have I done it before? Yes. But I also knew that I had a payment plan. I needed to like get some things out of the way. Do I regret doing it? No. But would I recommend it to someone else? No, because you're not going to come back to me and be like, well, Aitza said to do this. No. I did that. You live and you learn. And sometimes you just need to do it, or you want to do it. Like what's an example of something I put in my card that I had to pay off? I don't know. Clothes. Yeah, we'll go with clothes. I had put on clothes on my card and I was like, I don't need this. And I had to pay it off over months at a time. I mean, I could have paid it in full, but I wasn't. And that was very dumb of me because my interest rate. Actually, no, I used it on a credit card that had I think if my balance was under 500, then I didn't have to pay interest. Something like that. It was from one of my credit unions. So see, it's even things like that. That could be another thing where you need to make an emergency purchase. You don't have an emergency fund, but you do. Like, let's say you need to get a tire fixed or a new engine for your car, and it's going to be like $500. If you have a card like that says like 0 interest if you're under this balance, boom, pay it. Then you know, like each paycheck, you can put $50 here, $50 there, and you're slowly snowballing the cost, avalanching the cost down, right? There you go. That is not something that would happen if you didn't have a card and you're probably trying to rush and do things and borrow other monies and get in these other crazy loans or be SOL. So that's another way. But for travel, like it's also good. Like you can earn travel points, get free flights. This thing called travel hacking. It's very extensive. I'll put some links below. I'm going to do a video on that. But that could like save you money in terms of like hotel fees, travel fees, plane tickets, airfare. And if you want to travel or you need to travel, that's something else to think about, right? And also, like if you're opening up a card and you know you have a big purchase, like one of my friends moved, and so she waited to open up a card because she knew she was going to be buying furniture and paying for a moving service or whatever. And the card was like, if she spent, I think, $4,000 in 3 months or whatever, she got X amount of points. And those X amount of points was worth an international like plane ticket that she was able to go on a trip. Wouldn't have done that if she hadn't planned it, if she hadn't had the credit card. You want to make your credit cards work for you. You want them to work in your favor. You just need to be smart about it. So look at your bills, everything that you have coming in, everything that you have coming out. And everything, if it's not going to cost you more to pay by card, because sometimes it does, but if it's not going to cost you more to pay by credit card, do that. And just do it. There's like, for an example, like if you can't get a date of a bill change for whatever reason, and you don't want to pay a late fee, or like you call in and they're like, yeah, we'll do whatever, but just $5 fee. If you had a credit card, pay the bill, and then when you get paid, pay it off, and you're not wasting that $5. There's so many different scenarios where just having a credit card can be very, very helpful to you, and can work out in your favor. And so I highly suggest it. I just say that you use it responsibly. You sit down, you look at your budget, you say, this is the money that I have, that I spend on a regular basis. This is what I know each month. If I spend a minimum of $500 and I'm spending it in cash, I can put it on my credit card, pay it off, and get cash back. But if you have questions about using your credit card responsibly, or anything else, let me know. I'm happy to give you references or leave a link below. I want all of us to get money. Like I say, it may not seem like a lot, 1%, 1.5%, 3%, whatever, may not seem like a lot, but those dollars, those points, whatever it is that you're getting, it adds up and it's very beneficial. And you can invest in yourself. You can do it for other things. So I really, really just suggest like researching it. If you're hesitant, take that leap. Go to your bank, talk to a banker, or your credit union. I really like talking to my credit union and them walking me through and educating me. That's what they're there for. That's their job. So use those resources. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.